guys, so tonight I am making chicken and potatoes with garlic Parmesan cream sauce. Let me go over all the ingredients because there's quite a few. All right, you're gonna need flour, half and half, butter, minced garlic or fresh if you want to cut it, Parmesan cheese, and we're using the brand that we got from Aldi. It's I say fresh, but like we didn't cut it, but they did. Definitely different than the grated. You could do grated, but I haven't found any grated right now that I like. They've all been gross. Parsley, basil, thyme, Italian seasoning, salt, and pepper. And then you're also going to need chicken broth, and I use bouillon cubes, and I am doubling this recipe. So this would call for 1 cup of broth. I am doing 2 cups because I want a lot of cream sauce, and I've got a lot more chicken than what you would normally you would do 6 chicken thighs, but we are doing, I don't know, I swear there's 8. I've already tried to cut off as much fat of them as I can, and I went ahead and seasoned them with Italian seasoning and salt and pepper. Trick, the potatoes that are going to go into this, because this is going to bake after you've cooked the chicken just a little bit. If you boil them for a little bit before you put them into the casserole dish with the chicken, they will cook way better. And you could cut these up if you want. I don't like mine cut. I like them whole. Like, I've had them in here for a little bit while I unloaded the dishwasher. They're looking pretty good. So I'm going to turn them off. That way they can sit until my next step to put them in. All right, for this, you're going to need a casserole dish. I am using my Pampered Chef casserole dish. I know it looks gross, but the darker it gets, the better it cooks. I've had this for a long time. I got it when my middle daughter was probably 3, and she's about to be 22. So I've had this for a really long time. It's my favorite. All right, also the number 1 ingredient, of course, you gotta have your drink, and it definitely needs to be a Pepsi. I haven't tried all the flavors, but we got samples at work because Pepsi's got poppy now. And here we go. I like the orange cream one. I haven't tried the other flavors yet. My son has, and he loves them. All right, you're gonna start with a little bit of butter. Really depends on your pan, I guess. I'm just gonna do like a tablespoon. All right, so what you're trying to do is sear the chicken thighs. You don't want to cook them all the way through, but you want to cook them pretty nicely. They're going to go in the oven in the casserole dish, but you do want to, I don't want to say brown them because that's probably not the best word for chicken thighs, but sear, I guess, is the word that they all like to use. So we're going to melt this butter, and then I will be back to put the chicken in. All right, I'm going to start adding my chicken, and again, we're doing quite a bit of chicken, so I may have to do 2 batches of chicken. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have to do 2 batches of chicken. So I'm gonna cook what I can in this first batch. All right, once your chicken is done, you're gonna set it aside in your casserole dish, and then you're going to add 1/4 cup of butter. We're gonna start the cream sauce. And again, I doubled mine. Add your garlic. You're gonna let this cook for a few minutes. Now you're gonna add your flour. And again, it's gonna look like a lot because I doubled my recipe. Cook off a little bit. You're gonna slowly start pouring in the chicken broth. Should look like this. It's not super thick, but it's not super thin either. And now you're going to add in your basil and thyme. And I pre-measured mine for this video, so it's already in the bowl. And again, it's gonna look like a lot, but I've doubled this recipe. Once that's mixed real good, you're gonna start adding in your half and half. You don't necessarily have to go slow when you add this. I've just made it a habit to do it just so it can get hot and not get, you know, just shocking it with all kinds of cold. That's going to thin it up a little bit, but that's okay because you're going to add the Parmesan cheese and that's going to start making it pretty thick. All right, once you've incorporated your half and half really good with the rest of your stuff, you're going to add your Parmesan cheese. And if you think you need a little bit more Parmesan, go ahead and add more. I'm gonna stir mine and see what I think. You don't want this to be too thick because it's gonna go in the oven with the chicken and the potatoes. And as it sits after you cook, it is gonna get super thick and you don't want it to be too thick. You want it to coat over the chicken and the potatoes really nicely. Okay, it should look like this. It's got a little bit of movement to it. Take your chicken over here. All right, you're gonna pull your chicken over that you have in the pan. And I'm gonna put some of the sauce on the chicken before I do the potatoes. And I'm just gonna use the ladle. You just wanna coat the chicken really nicely with the sauce. Now you're gonna take the potatoes and just line them out around the chicken. You're gonna add the rest of the cream sauce over the potatoes. Now you're gonna put this in the oven at 400 for 20 to 30 minutes.